Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 9th of December, 2024. A really interesting but weird streaming day. Let's talk a little bit about it. So, first of all, today on the Level 1 podcast, we discussed the schedule for the week and the fact that people seem to want variety. And I offered to everyone that tomorrow I would play Path of Exile 2 because people wanted it. So I actually bought it and installed it during the stream. I just hope that people will actually show up for it tomorrow because I don't know if they will. Don't have a good track record with games like Diablo 3 and 4, which apparently plays incredibly similar to this game. In addition, we covered several news stories, interesting ones about Steam getting into a home console again, I guess. Also, the Game Awards and how the final 5 games seem to not make sense. And finally, a story about AI that sadly is going awry and hurt a small business, which is really annoying. So some interesting stories. And then we jumped into Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which fully released today. Yes, it had been released previously in the week for those who had paid a ton of extra money or got review codes, but I played it on Game Pass. And in my initial impressions of the game are very simple. The graphics are great. The gameplay is sound. The soundtrack is outstanding because it's the actual soundtrack from the Indiana Jones movies. So that's a good thing. The voice acting. Dude, Troy Baker sounds very close to Harrison Ford. He did a really good job with this game. I give him a lot of credit. The gameplay elements are sound with, basic combat. It's nothing too complex yet, but also the platforming and exploration. There's side content and good puzzles and interesting stuff. However, this game perhaps may be the kind of game that's better to play than watch. And what I mean by that is I can understand if I'm in this big open, Vatican town in Rome, and we're exploring and we're looking for secrets and we're solving puzzles and we're platforming. It may be fun to play, but I don't know if it really translates into something fun for the audience. And the reason I say that, we had good attendance, but man, the audience was very quiet and there wasn't a lot of discussion going on, which I was shocked at. I thought for sure more people would have been talking, but they just really weren't. Instead, there is like a lot of people just kind of zip the lip and were quiet. And support, we were at the tail end of the stream, and we had only gotten $70 of support out of our 150 goal. Now, listen, it's not the end of the world. There's no more streak. But you would think for a big AAA, high-profile, big release that people have been talking so positively about over the weekend and then wanted me to play so badly, and I'm playing it, that there would have been more interest. And it just seems like people weren't that engaged. Then all of a sudden, as I'm literally taking the stream offline, someone sent me a $100 tip. And I was like, holy crap. So that was obviously much appreciated, but it really was like last minute stuff. And so I'm wondering, should we play Indy again on the late stream? And I decided, you know what? Let's not. Let's play Indy again in a couple days, but let's give it a little bit of a rest. Let's have people watch the initial video, see what they think. Tonight, I played Balatro, okay? Now, my stream of Balatro started almost 40 minutes late because my power went out during the break, which then caused my downstairs router to malfunction. And half of my devices, including this, all desynced, and I couldn't turn them on and off properly. So I was sitting here trying to get things to sync, and it was a nightmare. It was really frustrating. I got my stream started. I vented a little bit, but then we jumped into Balatro, and I had a ton of fun with Balatro. We did 3 runs tonight. The first run lasted over an hour, and I think we got to ante 6 of 8. I think you have to beat 8, and then you've actually beaten the game. The game is just incredible amounts of fun. Now, admittedly, I liked it, but not as many people were really hanging out and talking. Like, they were here, they were chatting, but they weren't really talking with me. I feel like Balatro is a game that, number one, there's an ample opportunity for us to talk and have conversation when I'm playing it. That's number one. Number two, it's a game where if you're engaged in it, it's exciting, but if you're not really engaged and paying attention, it's kind of confusing and not that interesting. So I feel like that's what's going on, is that like some people were really engaged and others weren't. And because of that, for some people, they liked it way more than others. But let me tell you this, by the end of the stream, we actually hit the goal. So today was a full day of hitting the goals, even though it looked like at one point we weren't going to. And now we're up to goal hit 4 milestone. Okay. So that's 4 to go, 4 down, 6 to go to unlock DSP Tries It. So that means if tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, if we hit all those goals, that means Friday we will do DSP Tries It Popeyes, which we missed last week. Now, we don't have to. If we don't hit it every stream, that's okay, and it'll just be later on. You know, that's the thing. the goals are inevitable. That we will hit them. We will get the rewards. It's just a matter of how soon do you want them, right? So that is a good thing, definitely, about these new goal system. So anyway, I was having a good time with Balatro, but then guess what happened? My internet started to crap out. And this happens sometimes during late night streams for some bizarre reason. And it was going down and up and down and up. And everyone's like, the stream's chopping. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. So it was like more technical issues. I haven't had a single day of smooth operation since I got this new setup. I just haven't. I haven't had a single day where everything works. Oh, by the way, because the power went out and my router restarted, I restarted my PC, and now I can't get the RGBs on my external capture device to work with my PC anymore. I don't know why. I mean, not that it's a big deal. The RGBs on the capture device are so tiny, who cares, right? But it's just like one thing after another. Very frustrating technical issues. So originally what I was going to do is I was actually going to make some clips for you guys tonight. I was going to clip out maybe some of the news stories, but I don't think I have time to do that now because I got to get out of here. My wife has to go to bed early tonight for work tomorrow. So it's like, what are you going to do? All right, tomorrow, Path of Exile 2. I hope you guys will join me for it on the first stream. I don't really know much about it besides apparently it's like better than Diablo. I love classic Diablo. I was addicted to Diablo 1 and 2. So if it plays like those, I think I'm really going to love it. I just don't know if it's going to translate into something great for you guys to watch. I hope it does. So that'll be tomorrow's first stream. And then tomorrow night, we're going to try more Marvel Rivals. You know, we played this on Friday. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I said, hey, I'm going to keep it in the rotation for variety. So we're going to do it as a late night stream tomorrow night, some multiplayer fun in Marvel Rivals, where I'll probably be trying completely different characters than who I had used on Friday. And we'll go from there, all right? And hopefully I can get all my tech stuff working. We'll find out. But everyone, please have a good night. Thank you so much for a great supportive day. I'll see you tomorrow for a podcast and Path of Exile 2 in the morning. Peace out.